Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. I tried quitting cold turkey, but alas, muscle memory was too strong. So here we are again, I did it again, I clicked on an orb replay. The most overrepresented player on my channel. We should call this the Orb Chronicles from now on. 5 Aces is no longer. This is now the Orb Chronicles with, after the month of October, we're gonna go straight into Orbvember, followed by Orbcember. And why did I click on this? Because this is probably one of the highest tier matchups in the entire league right now. This is an RHL match, best of 2, between Orb and the eponymous Barf. The most advanced AI that NASA has ever created, which is now being used to produce highly efficient blobs, non-stop. Anyway, let's see where this leads us to. This is a Soviet mirror. To be precise, it's a Russia mirror, so if this goes into late, shock tech is a possibility, but is it gonna go into late game? Because we're already gonna see. I smell some fine cheese here. That's a nice Gruyere or Emmentaler, let's say. We've got a triple doggo opener, followed by 2 grins. Usually I like it the other way around, with the ratio 1 to 2. But anyway, dogs are closing in. There is no rack skip for Barf this time around, which he's done previously. So 2 rifles are gonna have to hold the line. Ooh, first dog going in. No, don't engage into stationary ones. What? God damn it, Orb. What are you doing? Not like this. Okay, this was highly unsuccessful. This was not just moderately unsuccessful. This was a disaster. A train wreck. Also, bet 3 on those 2 rifles here. So, pretty good hassle. And Orb trades his bunch of dogs for a couple civilians. Put him back on a leash. Yeah, just a ref cell. Ref cell into War Factory. No, rack cell into War Factory. Okay. That's a bit of an awkward build. And a War Factory first for the mighty Barf. Blobmaster 3000, the artist formerly known as the Blobmaster. He's probably gonna go for a Harvester, doesn't need to push his advantage there. Ori has done the damage, or deflected the damage is more like it, because he hasn't done a single point of damage. Still though. Second Harvester coming online just right now. Orb is really behind on the 8 ball. He also lacks the means of production. Seize the means of production, my friend. He lacks a Rax, to be precise. Because he opted for a fast eco-scaling here. He feels he's behind. Pressure is on. Fourth Harvester coming online for Barf. Barf just, this game played into his hand, like, or played straight into his hands. With a 2 Rifleman opener, which is already kind of greedy. And your opponent, and deflecting a Grand Rush off of 2 rifles just means you know that your opponent is not going to be any more aggressive than this, because he's already lost like 1.5k that he's invested. So it's more like closer to 1k, but hey. And there's the service depot. This is straight out the gate, an MCV. Fresh off the press. Fresh out of the 3D printer. Yeah, 30 seconds. And Orb has just now gotten the service depot up, so it's gonna be just an extra little bit behind. And I really already can see where this is going. Is there gonna be a rally point towards the middle from both? Wouldn't be surprised. Nothing surprises me anymore. Yeah, there's the rally point. There we go. Immediate rally point transfer after the 5th Harvester. This is gonna lead to him taking the middle, and as we all know, this map is Badger Hills. Really, where are you gonna go on Badger Hills? You only can go into the middle, deny your opponent. It's not about those 2 ore patches, those are nice, neat little bonus, but you're locking down the map. And by doing so, you can gain forward production facilities, and this in turn means, yes, your opponent can flank. You can also take the side expansion, but only one of them. And if you're gonna flank, commit to one side, you can now defend either here or here. And your opponent, in turn, is gonna be forced to always move through the middle. Like, your opponent has forward rally points, so it's super easy for him to just relegate his production to the front lines, and as soon as you go for a push onto one of the flanks, he goes straight to the middle, goes for the main base, goes for the throat, and that's why Badger Hills is so mono-dimensional. Oh, but we're having Tesla Coil Tug of War. Ooh, first shot being gotten off by Barf. That's already a big advantage there. Orb just going that extra little bit too deep. Yeah, losing the war for the middle is just an instant game over on this map here. Yeah, in comes the base push. And I already don't see how Orb is gonna pull this back here. There's just nothing he has. Look at this. Yeah, he's calling GG. First, heavy tank was rolling in as well. Look, everything went in Barf's favor. He just deflected the Grand Rush with little to no cost to himself. He had the earlier MCV up as a result, he had the earlier MCV timing, he got the first Tesla Coil bolt off, and in Tesla Coil Tug of War, by the way, nice retargeting, that's just all it takes. And thus, his defenses stayed strong, and he was allowed to push forward. Yeah, so clean sweep here, that's it for me, from my side. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. 5 aces, out. Just kidding, there's a game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And game 2 is being played on a map that I've grown to, if not love, at least to begrudgingly accept. It's just like, you know, this map is the RHL map pool equivalent of the weird uncle at family gatherings, who always makes like weird remarks about your auntie's cleavage, but then again he slips you 20 bucks every now and then, so you come to begrudgingly accept him and be like, yeah, it's part of the family, part of the deal here. Not a big deal breaker, and that's just what Snakes and Ladders is for me. Yeah, it's got lots of objectives. It's also got a weird layout that's super small, so rush distance is very short. You can camp the main ore patch, but not the back ore. So it offers some, if not many possibilities, but it's a bit too small for my likings. Too small with a safe ore patch, so with that it's usually really hard to push someone out early game. But at the same time, early engagement, but at the same time, it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really easy to base push as well. So Barf just... What was that, force fire? Must have been force fire. Barf is rallying his forces to the middle here, and I really like his positioning. He's positioning the wounded soldiers in the back. He is also just forming a line, like forming a concave, so Orb's forces can do nothing but run into this rifles first. Every man fends for himself. Hey, that's a smart way. That's such a smart play by Orb here. He's outmaneuvering him by shooting down the fence and maneuvering across it. That's super smart play. Also, taking the safer oil derricks first is Orb. So I already can see that this game plan here is a bit more solid than in game 1, where it's just like, let's throw things at the wall and see what sticks. The medic, I really like the addition here, just that extra little tanking power in the early game. Orb doesn't really have an answer right now. He hears the medic. Ooh, that's very dense. But I would have loved to see a concave. Orb didn't form his soldiers in a concave because, like, the most logical approach vector. Ooh, that's a lot of damage onto the engineer. Fortunately being healed up. Clutch medic there. Oh my goodness. Just in the middle of battle. Not faltering. Oh, brave medic there. Combat medic, that is. Orb is taking the hospital in the middle as well. Just provides you with 2 benefits. Line of sight, most importantly. And for Soviets, it's not that bad. Look, as Soviets, you don't get access to natural healing sources outside of the hospital. So just that in prolonged engagements, it can be good. After winning or losing an engagement, just retreat your forces and let them all heal up to full. It's not that bad. Really, for Soviets, it's a bigger perk than it is for allies. Oh, there's a light tank completely unaccounted for and completely uncounterable right now as well. Because the rockets are just now coming in. Oh my god, road advantage as well. Yikers. This is brutal. The light tank just dismantling the infantry blob there. My lord. How many snipes did he get? Like 10? Oh, turn. Turn rate. Zook's not tracking far enough. That was insane play here. Barf has gotten so much. What the hell? That's his engineer trying to take the Conyard, but no, not on the watch of Orb. He's gonna lose a power plant though, and I don't know why Barf is going this aggressive with his infantry forces there. That's plus a medic, you know, that's just costly. That's just really costly. That's like 1k down the drain. Taxpayer funds well invested, boys. So that's a almost patched up light tank. There we go. And pressure onto the oil derricks. Ooh, Orb is also reclaiming the back oil derrick behind this. So did he get kicked into low power? He did, absolutely. So, yeah. Where does that leave us? I don't even know, honestly, after this crazy early game. I don't even know anymore. Let's check the combat tab. It's 4k for Barf. Yeah. Assets, wow, in the favor of Barf again. So this is looking mighty like a 2-0 right now. But Orb has always been someone to be persistent. It's never been easy to give up. So this is gonna be 5 harvesters. Yeah, Barf just not leaving anything to chance here. Uh-oh, those medics are too close. Buddy, move! Ooh. Yikes, again. The crush is on the road. In case you guys don't know, roads just give you a crush percentage disadvantage there. Whoa! The Ranger just blowing up. Friendly fire, boys. Burning the wreckage in the oil well. Ah, that's brutal. Yeah, you always need to account for oil AoE. That was just a waste, because he's lost a lot of scouting information after this. Had he had the Ranger here, he could have easily accounted for the forces. Lots of infantry coming in from Orb. Trying to tango here, but Barf is ready to tango. Oil derrick going down, so that's a 1/0 oil advantage for Orb. Plus the hospital still. So I really, if I were in Barf's shoes, I would try taking out the hospital ASAP. Just, you know, heals up the forces to fall within like 20 seconds. And it also just provides that neat little light of sight. It's something that's so easy to overlook, especially if you're just having your forces rally pointed over the middle. And keep in mind, tech structures don't get auto-targeted, so it's really hard to keep tabs on that. Barf after this should be on the offensive, because he's ahead. Yeah, his force is being spearheaded by 3 medium tanks. I think he's trying to take the bottom left as well, which is a bit of an unlucky timing window, because there's already a massive force for Orb. Well, not if it moves back. I think Orb is scared of a base push here, but he has the hospital in the middle, so no real chance of Barf going through unnoticed. So I think an aggressive stance would be better. This pillbox is now given away that there is a base incursion. And 3 medium tanks going in first, tanking, but there's a force, overwhelming force actually for Orb. So the pillbox micro needs to be spot on for Barf if he wants to take this engagement. He's also guiding his tanks in. Not many of the infantry are standing on roads. I actually should check what the crush percentage is on roads. It's just higher, but I don't know the actual numbers. So, ooh, the heavy tank here of Orb still standing strong. And Barf losing more than he should have. Yeah, okay, right now this push is forfeit because there's just pillboxes. They're gonna sprawl everywhere. It's like the urban sprawl of Command and Conquer. All the pillboxes. All the wrong rally points as well, apparently. And a push on the other side. I don't think this is gonna happen. Doesn't have too much pushing power. But just losing a lot of health from the heavy tanks. Nothing, it's too serious. Oh, whoa. I was about to say nothing serious being lost, but that was miss micro. No, Barf is just too good. If you leave your forces unattended under pillbox fire, Barf will and can snipe out all your rockets and your rifles thereafter, and only the heavy tanks are gonna remain. So anyway, Orb concentrating his forces in the middle. No one has teched yet. Double war factory for Barf, I think, is in a great spot right now. He's now moving out with a second MCV. Third MCV. My math is off. Math doesn't check out right now. Ooh, but Orb is spearheading his forces in. He's got 3 heavies right now. And it's been unaccounted for. It's been unscouted. Uh-oh. Needs to haul ass right there with the MCV. So again, another cluster of units being lost. And the focus fire needs to be so good from Barf if he wants to deal with this. Oh, he's going straight for the main base. Barf scouts it now. He's not going to be too pleased about this. Luckily enough, he's got a secondary war factory, because this war factory is going down. Ooh, this is going down faster than Bill Cosby's career as a as a comedian. All right, so these forces can now keep Barf distracted. Well, really, he's just buying time. That's good. The turret over the ridge. If it were a Tesla coil, it would be way more lethal. But it is what it is. Okay, Orb needs to move back. Gonna kill another medium here. Yeah, but finally these forces are being taken down. And off the back of this, Orb is trying for another aggressive expansion there. I don't think this is a good idea. Well, he's got... Oh, no, never mind. He's got 3 heavies. If he pushes through, I think Barf might actually be in some trouble. He's eventually going to get out of position. There are so many rockets here. Like, he needs these rockets on the front lines. There is not a single tank threat left here. This is just a couple of rifles buying time. Uh-oh. Look. If he manages to make this happen, the miracle comeback, then it's all off the back of distracting these forces here, because this is the meat and bones of the actual army of Barf. Now there's rockets, there's turrets, so eventually the tank forces are gonna falter. Yeah, they're gonna fall. That's pretty good. Harvester is gonna fall as well. Triple crush! Ooh, 3 rockets being crushed. That's an expensive venture here. Orb's refinery is probably dead. But it doesn't matter, he does have the force concentration. And Barf just being out-positioned, despite his micro being really good with pillboxes. I think he's just been out-positioned in this game in general. He could have done such a better job of splitting his forces. Look at this. Look at the general rifleman in the corner. Tucked away in the corner. Super, super nasty. Right. Let's do the econ check. Destroyed 35k or 26k in that quick of a game. The assets are still in Barf's favor. However that works, for whatever reason. I don't know. Well, Barf has invested a lot into a secondary war factory, he's invested it in random pillboxes, a third construction yard. So Orb just has more army. More of a static play here for Barf. Tried too hard for the base push, and he had his rockets not with him. Rockets were just busy going on a joy ride, on a treasure hunt after those couple of rifles. Come on. Veteran C5, really? Okay, finally tackling the hospital. Such a nice line of sight provider. But the forces are closing in. Uh-oh. One last shot. No, it's still standing strong. What the hell? Only loses a medic for it though, so it's okay. Alright, and Barf lost his service depot, so he's relegated to light tank production for now. I really dislike where this is going for him. What the hell? Could this be the miracle comeback in Game 2 for Orb? It might as well be. There is 6 heavies now, and 8 heavies, 9 heavies. What the hell? Like, Soviet armor is so hard to get rid of once there's critical mass, and those pea-shooter light tanks ain't gonna do jack shit. This ain't Company of Heroes, where you can, like, stun the turrets off. In case you guys don't know, there's some of the light vehicles have stun or jam turret abilities where an aimed shot. That's good though. No, but this armor cluster here, this ain't Company of Heroes, buddy. No amount of off-map call-ins can save you here. This is just lethal forces. Ah, a wave of steel coming crashing into Barf's base there. Still 6, 7 remaining, and the crushes are so good. So much better than I would have expected. I really didn't expect the armor to have crushes this good here. Is it RNG? Is it good micro? You decide. Yikes! Helipad tech is coming online for Barf just at the wrong time, the worst time possible. He should undeploy so he can at least salvage a husk. But he isn't. I don't know, bit of a miss micro by Barf. I think he's just being under pressure, and he doesn't like being under pressure, it seems. Who would have thought? Tier 2, counter Tier 2 for Warp, who's also up to 2 war factories. Wow, the 4 light tanks have actually gotten a couple of... No, the harvesters have been pulled back. But still no mining on the main base right now. So if Barf can hold on until he gets a nice helicopter block, he's gonna be alright. Please don't tell me he's gonna lose a harvester to those straggling rifles. Like, look, they're struggling to... These guys are struggling to even find enough bullets. They're struggling to reload faster than the ore truck can out-heal them. Yeah. Ooh. First helicopter is online, but the timing is so bad. That's what I call a timing push here. The timing was just the perfect timing before the Tier 2 came online for Barf. Had it occurred like 2 minutes later, it might not have been such a favorable engagement for Warp. Hey, light tanks are at it again. Yeah, plot twist. Plot twist, you're not gonna get much. Wow, what the... Okay, I stand corrected. He scouts the radar dome as well. Doesn't scout the airfield though. Nope. So that's pretty good. Hey, V2s, great at chasing units, just in case you guys were wondering. V2s are the best at chasing units. Well, he can get one more ore truck. Look, if he just sits there... Oh, he's running into flamer range again. That was a misplay by Barf. Should have just sat there. Let them sit there. And let them tackle the V2s. So that's artillery pressure now for Barf. Who might we see a counter comeback? Wow, 60 APM over 45. This is actually a lot in OpenRA because it gets calculated with the different formula. And now the first time the asset lead has switched, we're seeing a 69 over 63k lead. But it's manageable, it's minor. Problem is, Barf's forces are not concentrated in the middle, and the armor columns are starting to be so lethal because they're starting to incorporate lots of V2s as well. V2s from the backlines can just annihilate allied tier 2 pushes. As evidenced here, the artilleries already have to hightail it. There are no rockets. First arty down. Second arty down. Third arty still nestled in the back. Oh my goodness, that's all the arties. In exchange for most of the heavies, but that's completely fine. That's a completely fine trade here. The Hinds are there, they're having free reign, but look at the forces overwhelming. There is the first Yak as well. First scout coming online. This is such a good position for Orb to be in. Get some nice shots with the V2s as well. Yeah, we don't want to engage with Hinds into this now. Well, there was no line of sight for a brief moment of time, but it's so hard to utilize those brief windows. Oh my goodness, Barf is running out of ore as well. Should transfer one harvester over here. And other than that, he's mined out his entire side of the map. So has Orb though. He's still got something left. That's now a 17k lead. How does the man do it? Barf is floating it just that extra little bit though. First mammoth tank is coming in. And Barf is forced to rotate. That's the worst thing. You never want to rotate with artilleries. Because what happens is they just become free snacks for the Yaks. Yak attack! Yak snack! Yeah. Just the armor columns, and there is just no answer because rockets are not fast enough. They can't rotate in time to deal with this. And if the micro is good on the mammoth tank, you can keep it alive. Well, rear armor and the turret traversal rate is gonna break his neck here. Ooh, that's a mammoth tank being donated over. Yes, there's a mechanic. Take the gift that the OpenRA gods have bestowed upon you. Oh, yes! Stolen mammoth tank. Awesome stuff. But the old proverb, the old OpenRA proverb as it goes, with great mammoths comes a great Iron Curtain. Great Iron Curtain timing, and there it is. Yeah, I really don't like Barf's position any longer. He's just gonna get outscaled. Needs to attack move into this. Needs to cull at least some of the rockets. Curb stomp some of them. Because right now rocket pressure is just too intense. We're gonna take a look. Wow. 24k assets destroyed ahead is Orb. It's looking bleak for Barf, who's trailing behind 10k. He's not floating any longer, he's broke. In fact, broke as fuck is the scientific term. And Barf went for another MCD. What is he trying to accomplish? No, wait. That's still his third. No, he lost one. He has rebuilt a third, so it's technically his fourth. I'm not sure what that's all about. Iron Curtain not ready yet. Yeah, so there's still a bit of a window to halt the push here for Barf. But he's not rotating his forces. What is he doing there? That's just donating over an MCV. Oh, he's just falling apart. Also doesn't have the cash for tier 3, and tier 3 would be a good call actually. Longbows would be a really good choice. Shock is starting to appear. Oh no! That's the SAM site being popped, and that's a game changer. First MiG is online. He's got enough to kill the Iron Curtain though, I believe. Yep. There we go. Uh-oh, flak trucks are closing in. This is gonna get brutal. They're firing up here. Barf has chosen to donate them into the SAM site. Okay, let's do the numbers. Let's run the numbers here. Back of the napkin calculation. That was around 6.5k assets lost for an Iron Curtain. I'd say that's worth out of 10, if my math checks out. Also, my hero rifles, I salute you guys. Still doing their job. Still haven't run out of magazines yet. You know, AK-47s I've heard have really good mags. Yikes. 2 more Hinds being donated over just for nothing. Just for shits and giggles. Reinforcements are being called onto the front lines. Tesla tech plus mobile flags. This is just a unit combination that you don't really come back from. Ooh, Badger a bit unlucky. Unlucky pathing there. The MiG didn't accomplish too much either, but he can patch it up easily. So keep in mind the 2k investment. This Mammoth tank is going on a lonely, lonely venture. Yeah, buddy. You're gonna single-handedly turn the tides of war. Godspeed. Good luck, my friend. And once there is critical mass of both Tesla tanks and flak trucks, there is no coming back as allies. No unit compilation in the world can save this. There is no salvaging this anymore. I think this is game over. This is Orb's endgame here. Nice, the Mammoth tank does something at least. But look, they outrange pillboxes. They murder artillery. They murder Heinz. They murder infantry. And they murder everything heavily armored. Oh, plus a tank flank. Dank tank flank on the bottom right, top right. This is a comeback and a half here. Wait a sec, no, wait. That was just on the forehead. I thought those rifles actually killed the harvester, but no. Wow, Orb just pulling it back after losing the early game so heavily. And really, he was buying time. He was buying so much time in his push there, where he just sacrificed most of his forces. The heroes made it out alive. Those guys are going to be decorated highly decorated with the Medal of Honor, or the Soviet equivalent thereof. That was amazing Soviet play, and also amazing delay tactics. Barf had a numbers advantage, he had an asset advantage at some point in time, but he didn't manage to capitalize on it. And Orb just smartly took the expansion there and didn't fall for the bait. He went in with all his heavies and closed the sack. Econ was even, and at that point it was just good trade after good trade after good trade for him. What does the game teach us? Artilleries are not suited for a rotational gameplay. Arties are more suited in a base push situation, but Barf never got his base push going, because there was a big flank here and also just a big force spearheaded, like a big spearhead of units pushing into his main base, in between his main base and his secondary. So yeah, fantastic play from Orb. That leaves us at a 1-1. That also leaves us at almost the last week of RAGL. There's going to be a stream on Tuesday. There's going to be one last stream for the delayed matches next Tuesday. Stay hyped for that. Until then, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.